Good morning, ladies, and happy Wednesday. I hope this message finds you. Rise on up. It is the start of a brand new day. Midweek of our first week, and hopefully it's going well for you. Heading into the office after this devotion. Lots to do, but great day regardless. Feeling good. Job chapters 31 and 32 is what we'll be reviewing today. And for those of you that have been reaching out and sending prayers and just being good human beings that you are, I appreciate you, and I hope you have a blessed day. You know who you are. But yes, chapter 31, 32, verse 1 goes like this. Now this is Job's response. I have made a covenant with my eyes. Why then should I look upon a young woman? For what is the allotment of God from above, and the inheritance of the Almighty from on high? Is it not destruction for the wicked and disaster for the workers of iniquity? Does he not see my ways and count all my steps? If I have walked with falsehood, or if my foot has hastened to deceit, let me be weighed on honest scales, that God may know my integrity. If my step has turned from the way, or my heart walked after my eyes, or if any spot adheres to my hands, then let me sow, and another eat. Yes, let my harvest be rooted out. Verse 9, if my heart has been enticed by a woman, or if I have lurked at my neighbor's door, then let my wife grind for another, and let others bow down over her. For that would be wickedness, yet it would be iniquity deserving of judgment. For that would be a fire that consumes to destruction, and would root out all my increase. If I despise the cause of my male or female servant when they complained against me, what then shall I do when God rises up? When he punishes me, how shall I answer him? Did not he who made me in the womb make them? Did not the same one fashion us in the womb? Verse 16, if I have kept the poor from their desire, or caused the eyes of the widow to fail, or eaten my morsel by myself, so that the fatherless could not eat of it, but from my youth I reared him as a father, and from my mother's womb I guided the widow. If I have seen anyone perish for lack of clothing, or any poor man without covering, if his heart has not blessed me, and if he has not warmed with the fleece of my sheep, if I have raised my hand against the fatherless, when I saw I had help in the gate, then let my arm fall from my shoulder, let my arm be torn from the socket, for destruction from God is a terror to me, and because of his magnificence I cannot endure it. Verse 24, if I have made gold my hope, or said to find gold, you are my confidence, if I have rejoiced because my wealth was great, and because my hand had gained much, if I have observed the sun when it shines, or the moon moving in brightness, so that my heart has been secretly enticed, and my mouth has kissed my hand, this would be an iniquity deserving of judgment, for I have denied God who is above. Verse 29, if I have rejoiced at the destruction of him who hated me, or lifted myself up when evil found him, indeed I have not allowed my mouth to sin by asking for a curse on his soul. If the men of my tent have not said, who is there that has not been satisfied with his meat, but no sojourner had lodged in the street, for I have opened my doors to the traveler, if I have covered my transgressions as Adam by hiding my iniquity in my bosom, because I feared the great multitude and dreaded the contempt of families, so that I kept silence and did not go out of the door. Oh, that I had one to hear me. He is my mark. Oh, that the Almighty would answer me, that my prosecutor had written a book. Surely I would carry it on my shoulder and bind it on me like a crown, and I would declare to him the number of my steps. Like a prince I would approach him. Verse 38, if my land cries out against me, and its furrows weep together, if I have eaten its fruit without money, or it caused its owners to lose their lives, then let thistles grow instead of wheat, and weeds instead of barley. The words of Job are ended. Now, chapter 32, verse 1, Elihu contradicts Job's friends. That's what we're going to be talking about. So these three men ceased answering Job, because he was righteous in his own eyes. Then the wrath of Elihu, the son of Barachel the Bizite, of the family of Ram, was aroused against Job. His wrath was aroused because he justified himself rather than God. Also against his three friends, his wrath was aroused because they had found no answer, and yet had condemned Job. Now because they were years older than he, Elihu had waited to speak to Job. Verse 5, when Elihu saw that there was no answer in the mouth of these three men, his wrath was roused. So Elihu, the son of Barachel the Buzite, answered and said, I'm young in years, and you are very old. Therefore I was afraid, and dared not declare my opinion to you. I said, age should speak, and multitude of years should teach wisdom. But there is a spirit in man, and the breath of the Almighty gives him understanding. Great men are not always wise, nor do the aged always understand justice. Therefore I say, listen to me, I will also declare my opinion. Verse 11, indeed, I waited for your words. I listened to your reasonings while you searched out what to say. I paid close attention to you, and surely not one of you convinced Job or answered his words. Lest you say, we have found wisdom. God will vanquish him, not man. Now he has not directed his words against me, so I will not answer him with your words. They were dismayed and answered no more. Words escaped them. And I have waited because they did not speak, because they stood still and answered no more. Verse 17, I also will answer my part. I too will declare my opinion, for I am full of words. The spirit within me compels me. Indeed, my belly is like wine that has no vent. It is ready to burst like new wineskins. I will speak, that I may find relief. I must open my lips and answer. Let me not, I pray, show partiality to anyone, nor let me flatter any man. Last verse for the day. For I do not know how to flatter, else my Maker would soon take me away. And that is all for today's Bible study, ladies. Listen, these people are literally trying to see if Job is going to condemn and just, what's the word I'm looking for? Just use God's name and his words in horribleness. And it's just, he wasn't having it. Job was like, I'd rather die. Just come in now, because I'm more fearful than God. And that's exactly, honestly, that's exactly Elihu and all of them. That's exactly how I was living my life. I'm not gonna lie. I knew God, but wasn't completely fearful of God. And not that you have to be, you're supposed to be fearful, but I mean, it's fearful of respect. To know that your forever treasures, if you so choose to want to go to heaven, is the ultimate, the ultimate thing we need to be doing here, because this is just of a minute. We have all of eternity. So I don't know. Food for thought for anybody that needed that. If you need any prayer or would like to discuss, hop on over to Facebook or Instagram. I post about 90% of the day. And yes, I hope you have a blessed day, and we'll talk tomorrow.